Funny Factory. I just put out my episode of Funny Factory, Web Rip. Hope you liked it. It went up.
It did go up.
That's true. It did go up. Has a couple thousand views now.
That's good.
I'm really happy, actually. I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of the show that I made. I'm happy with Funny Factory. There is an abnormal amount of negativity in the YouTube comments about Funny Factory. There was a lot of stuff in the comments of Web Rip that I felt like was a little bit misdirected. It was about Funny Factory, not necessarily about my show.
Sure.
Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. I don't know what else there is to say about it. To the people who liked Web Rip, I want to say thank you. I did see a lot of positive comments, but they were pretty short. They were comments like, hey, I like the show. Hey, it was a really good show. Hey, I really enjoyed watching this. I'm going to tune in again. That was great. That made me feel so good. The negative comments were very long-winded diatribes, philosophical deconstructions of the nature of humor on the internet. Stuff that I felt was like really pent up for a long time and people was coming out. I didn't quite understand where all that was coming from. To those people, I hope you get the medical and mental help that you are seeking. And I hope that you are relieved of the anxiety that was brought to you by my show. But I enjoyed doing it. I know you guys probably don't have very much to say about it because you weren't on the show. Frank helped me out. Yeah. He was my special guest. So thank you to Frank. Yeah. There will be more Web Rip coming your way next month. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's funny because a lot of people asked me to bring back POS TV for Funny Factory and kind of do POS TV again, which is a show that I used to do. A lot of people out there actually never saw POS TV, I realized. Yeah. That was a show I used to do, and I would just throw it up on Twitch every once in a while. And it's funny because that was universally praised. When I would do POS TV, people would love it. They would eat it up, and they would always ask for more. And I feel like I kind of did more POS TV. With Web Rip, I took the idea of POS TV and I kind of put it into a new, better format, if you ask me. And then it was literally the same thing, just watching a long-form video. In this case, we were doing YouTube videos instead of really shitty VHS tapes found in a thrift store. And just kind of hanging out and watching and kind of passing the time along. And kind of what I always said about POS TV, too, was, you know, when I was a kid, me and my friends would watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, and we would love it. And that was like 90 minutes to 2 hours of a bad movie. A lot of it was unenjoyable, but the comments and the people just hanging out on TV, but also with your friends, made it fun to watch. But in addition to that, we would watch like Spanish language television. We had no idea what people were saying, and everything on Spanish TV is so behind America. It's awful. And we would just kind of watch that, make up stories about what the people were doing, laugh at stuff that was going on, make up jokes that was going along. And even now as adults, when we go to Rasputin and we go to go to San Francisco and we get a bunch of shitty DVDs, we watch them. They're awful, but we are just hanging out talking about them, and it passes the time. Yeah. And I felt like that's what I was doing with Web Rip. And maybe a lot of people just didn't get that and didn't know what to expect because there were a lot of...
expectation is a bitch.
There was a lot of negativity about my show Web Rip 2 minutes into a 20-minute show. And I feel like, okay, at that point you have not given it a chance. And also, there were a lot of comments about, wow, Derrick, you're not funny and you're not creative. Which kind of bummed me out because I've been doing Mega64 for 13 years. So I think I've proven myself to say. I think that I am funny and I am creative. I think one web series episode doesn't negate all the work that I've done for past decade plus.
Did for a lot of people though, man.
I guess so. Yeah. Some people regard one additional video uploaded to our channel every week as the death of our YouTube channel, which is mind-boggling to me.
I do think a lot of people, not to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But I was going to say, it is important to see it from our side too. Like, I really don't and have not ever been bothered by any of the comments on any of the Funny Factory shows being, I didn't like this. Because I can't, I can't make you like something. Like, I've been doing shit long enough on the internet. I don't like this. That's bound to happen. Mm-hmm. But the amount of emails we've gotten that are, again, the theme of today is extremism. I've gotten so many emails about my career being over. Like,
yeah, right?
Like, I did my one thing where I showed toys, and it was like, wow, an unboxing video, don't think you'll be around much longer. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. It is kind of, I really don't, I hope it's not coming off like we're just bitching and complaining nonstop about reaction and things like that, because I really don't want it to be like that. But man, the amount of things that I've gotten in my inbox about, well, it looks like you're done, and it looks like you're all, Mega64 is over. Wow, it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been like an arrow in the heart, and we're just trying our best.
Well, here's
I'm not even that worried about it. What are you gonna say?
Well, what I'm gonna say is that we've said this from the start, that this is an extra thing.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I feel like people who write that, it's like they think that we took all the money that goes from Patreon and put it 100% into Funny Factory.
Yeah.
And we, have got better equipment, and we hired Kevin, and we are able to do way more things.
Yeah, I think people are acting like Funny Factory was a crowdsourced show and that they funded the show. They're disappointed when it was never Funny Factory.
Yeah.
We never asked for your support so that we could make Funny Factory.
That was
an extra bonus.
It was
Right.
you guys supported us, and so because we felt so grateful to have your support, we wanted to put out more content than we were already putting out.
Yeah.
So we continue to do what we're already doing, and then we add additional videos. And that's why I keep saying one extra video per week heralds the end of Mega64 in some people's minds, and I just don't understand that mentality.
But I will say too, this whole thing with Patreon and all this stuff is a brand new thing for us. And I mean, it was completely alien to me. I mean, just everything about it. So, I mean, yeah, I wish, I mean, I think maybe we could have been a lot more clear about that, exactly what we just said, that it is just an extra thing. And yeah, I saw somebody in one of the comments was like, you should have given this a title, rather than Funny Factory, given it a title that conveyed a bonus thing. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a great idea. And but I didn't know it was going to be like this, So again, it's all new to us. So
there was a ton of positivity, and I was actually super relieved to see the amount of positivity for it. Yeah. But like I said earlier, those people, they're cool, and it's just like, hey, good job, keep going. That gets buried under like walls of text, and there really is like so much talking in some of these, just like. People have a lot to say, so I just feel like we need to respond to that.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't read the comments on Sean and May. Very positive over here. So
nice.
As far as I'm concerned, every single person loved it, and the downvotes on that video were just an accident.
There's people out there who did appreciate it. I'm so happy that there are people out there that appreciate the shows we're making. It's not for everybody. It's for a niche audience. They were the first episode, so I think they will get better. But I just wanted to, kind of explain where I was coming from, where I like to watch shitty YouTube videos. I don't like to watch viral videos or meme videos. I like to watch the shit that people upload.
The stuff that we have favored for years.
The stuff people upload that they don't expect anybody to ever see, I see it. Some of the videos I was showing on WebRip had less than 50 views, which they're undiscovered videos. Nobody will ever see them ever again. They're horrible. They're hard to watch. That's my bread and butter, and I just like making fun of it. So I think of it as like Beavis and Butthead or Mystery Science Theater 3000. It is long and shitty videos. We're not, saying the funniest stuff ever, but we're just kind of hanging out, watching it, enjoying it. That's what you have to look forward to on my next episode. But yeah, I think that it's going to find an audience, and it'll be really successful when it's all said and done.
I can speak for, speaking for myself, the next episode of my Blind Box show is going to be so much fucking better than that last one.
Were you disappointed with your last one?
No, I mean, yeah, creatively, yeah. I just didn't, I was discovering it as I went along. So, I guarantee you, the next one will be a lot better. Yeah,
my episode of WebRip, I was thinking about it, planning it for a long time, but when it came down to making it, I really, did not have any time. We were in San Francisco for a week, and then we flew to Chicago for the rest of the week, and then we came off the plane for Chicago, and that night, I was up till 3 in the morning looking for YouTube videos, editing all the source videos together. Then I came here the next day. I was building the set. We had to go to Los Angeles for some meetings.
Yeah.
So in between going all over the country, I was putting WebRip together. So just in the sense of that, that's, I think, why I was so proud of it. Just that, damn, the show actually got made. From this point out, it can only go onward and upward.
Yeah.
So, and there was a lot of positivity, and
well,
that is really spurring me on to I just want to keep making the show. I
Yeah.
want to, honestly, I want to do WebRip every week. I know we only promised, you know, every week would be a different person, but I had so much fun doing it. I would like to do it every week, but I'm going to hold back. I'm going to do it once every 4 weeks, and I'm going to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm really excited. Everything's been said. There's been ups and downs with this, and I think we've all learned some things, but I am excited about continuing to do this, and I am excited about the Patreon, and I am excited that, you know, we're able to make more content. That's what I've always wanted to do. So I'm stoked. Posy vibes. That's it from me, guys. That's what I had to say about this. Vote Bernie Sanders.
Enter Sandman.
Let's talk about more important things now.